So everybody probably remembers this, but what was it? It was almost a year ago. Derek Fisher, who used to be friends with Matt Barnes, and used to be, we don't know them, but Matt Barnes has said former friends,
Oh, yeah.
went out and decided to have relations with Matt Barnes' ex-wife, which
he has kids with.
and the kids still live there.
Yes.
And that's just kind of going against the bro code. You don't hook up with your friend's ex-wife.
Yeah.
That's pretty much like it's not acceptable, and maybe it's just an ex-girlfriend. You're still going to ask your friend ahead of time.
You mentioned something.
Right.
Like, it's shady.
Yes.
A little bit. It's shady. And so, obviously, they're not friends now.
Right.
Like, at all. They're just not.
And they played on Saturday. Thankfully, nothing happened.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it won't happen in the future.
Right. And well, that's exactly what we were getting at, is Matt Barnes was in an interview, and he said, when I'm retired, him and I will cross paths again.
Yes.
So if you're Derek Fisher, are you terrified?
No. It's just one of those things where you gotta hope that eventually
he gets past it.
Yeah.
Is that something you get past?
You've got a couple years in you. I think that the kids are going to be a little bit older. Sometimes in life, somebody does something to you that's really messed up, and you just you have to let it go, because if you don't let it go, you're the one
it'll eat you
that suffers, because you're the one holding on to that anger. You're the one that's letting that ruin your day.
Right. And so Barnes was in an interview with the New York Daily News, and he said, because they were asking him, are you going to talk to Derek Fisher when you guys play each other? And
I'll just say they don't actually play each other.
No, but they're
right.
in a way they kind of do. In a way.
He's behind. Derek Fisher's behind the sidelines. Matt Barnes is on the court.
Yes. Barnes said that he doesn't talk to snakes. He says, I know I got to keep my mouth shut, because then he'll run and tell. So we're focused on playing that team, talking about the Knicks. And when I'm retired, him and I will cross paths again.
What is it with the NBA players calling everybody snakes? Is this like an NBA term, or?
It's shady. Snakes are shady.
I know,
man.
but I feel like people in real life don't use the word snake a lot.
I mean, we don't deal with shady people then. We
Ever?
I mean, it happens. But I mean, I don't know. I get the reference. I guess it's just like a trend that they do. I don't know.
Yeah, Derek. 3, 2, 1. Matt Barnes did also say that, he really thanks all the athletes and the stars and the NFL athletes and everything that kind of have his side on this thing. So I guess a lot of NFL players were also tweeting him or calling him, or however they're communicating with him, saying that even it's not okay what you did, but Derek Fisher broke the bro code.
Yeah, well, and I guess, I don't know if you saw the Instagram photo, but Barnes posted it, said 2015 was like the worst year of his life. That's where he called Fisher the snake again, and saying that the whole thing played out like a bad reality show. And he's just like, I want it over with. I want to be out of it. The NBPA filed a grievance for Barnes, and he said he really appreciates that, because he doesn't think he'll be reimbursed for the money he lost during the suspension and stuff like that. So it's just like, it is literally something out of a TV show.
Right.
Like, you don't...
And he drove hours to get there, and we had talked about it when that first
miles.
happened. And yeah, that's from Tucson to Phoenix. And by the time you get there, if you aren't over it, you must be completely livid, because you've had an hour and a half to sit there and just think about all the things this guy is doing to your wife.
It's weird, though, but
Ex-wife.
Because after all this, he even said he doesn't want the league to do anything to Fisher.
Right.
He's like, I don't want you to discipline him.
That's probably because he wants to take matters into his own hands.
After he retires.
Right, and he's probably got a few years left in him, so,
So maybe he'll forgive and forget.
It's just, it's kind of a stain on the NBA, so, get over it, buddy. If you're listening to this, and you aren't, but if you are, get over it, man. Things happen. Friends have sex with your exes. It's just move on. Don't let what somebody else did eat you up, because then they win.
And it's 2016. You passed the worst year of your life, according to your Instagram post. You're good to go.
Yeah, he had some bad luck too, dating and models and people throwing him under the bus. He did have a bad year.
Oh yeah, he did. But he's always I don't know. When I watched him play against the Sixers, I hated him, only because he had two really blatantly awful fouls on us that just almost hurt our players. And I was like, screw this guy.
Hey, speaking of the Sixers, a couple nights ago, the Sixers played the Bulls, and I fell asleep at halftime. The Sixers
so
were
pissed.
the
I was
Sixers
too.
were up by like 20 or something when
Yeah,
I
we
fell
lost.
asleep, and I woke up this morning, and all I hear is Jimmy Butler goes off for 53, beats the Sixers in overtime, and I was like, oh man, poor guys.
That's such a. It was. I was with my girlfriend and her family, and I got Twitter notifications from a bunch of our listeners hitting me up, being like, "Are you and Kevin watching this right now?" And I'm like, "I can't. I'm not by a TV."
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing I know, I see Kevin's responses, and I'm just like, "This is." I'm not even gonna turn the TV on. I don't want to see this.
So Ish Smith, who has been fantastic for you guys, and I threw out this question on our
That spin
Twitter.
move he put, I don't know if you saw the spin move he put on it. It was either Butler or Rose.
I didn't see it.
It was
no.
disgusting. It was amazing.
But I threw out the question on our Twitter at Drive and Dish NBA, and I asked, even though Ish Smith has been so great, do you want Ish Smith taking 25 shots? He took 25 shots in that game.
Well, here's the thing. Who else is going to take the shots?
Well, I mean, if you're looking at the Sixers, you guys are a developmental team. You have player Covington, Noel, Ja,
Right.
Stauskas. You have players you're trying to develop right now.
Embiid.
And right. You know, he changed agents.
From Wasserman to... Who do you go to?
I don't know, but I was just thinking, you haven't even played. Why are you changing agents?
Well, actually, fun fact, that agent was Allen Iverson's agent.
okay.
So maybe that's...
But where's he going? He hasn't played.
I don't know. Maybe he's got something going. Who
What's
knows?
the agent gonna do? So, but I mean, as a Sixers fan, as somebody that follows the Sixers in the media, if you want to call it that, do you want Ish Smith taking 25 shots a game, or is that detrimental to the, to be overly dramatic to the development of your other players? Like, would you rather have Nick Stauskas
No.
throwing up 15
No,
shots
because
a
he
game
can't make the damn shot any. That's one of my biggest frustrations this year with the Sixers is Nick Stauskas. We were so excited to finally steal him from the Kings, and he comes here and he can't hit a shot. I'm watching him jack up these open threes, and it's like, dude, come on, just make it. And so that's one of my biggest frustrations. But I mean, I guess I see your point of wanting him to keep taking those just to get used to it, and so when it comes time and we're winning and we need to be in the spots. But I mean, if they're not making it, then
Ish Smith all the way.
I feel like there's just a feeling around the team that just we need to get some wins or something. So
Right.
maybe we're just gonna get some wins.
Well, Mike D'Antoni seems like he's worked out for you guys.
Mhm.
But you are listening to the Drive and Dish NBA podcast. Kevin Rafuse is late again, but don't worry, he will be here once we get into the main segment of the show. I'm Tim Tompkins. I have our producer, Justin Kuzart, in front of me.
Hotel haunted, huh? SMH lights cutting off by itself.
You know how long it took me to figure out what SMH meant?
Oh
Like
no!
years. Now it's my favorite thing to put, but who is it?
Jordan Clarkson.
Oh,
Dude
Jordan.
was being haunted the other night.
Yeah, he's playing.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
actually.
all right. Actually, he's doing all right on my fantasy team. So
Yeah.
that's really about the most I see for the Lakers is I just see how their fantasy players are doing.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I don't like about the Lakers, and some of the arenas do this, the Nets do this, a few others, and I'm blanking on them off the top of my head, but you know when they make the court really bright and they black out the audience?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
What's that?
I don't know. I just like, I don't find it fun to watch. Like, I'd rather see
People.
people in like Oracle and the fans going
Well,
crazy.
you know why they're doing that at the Lakers right
Because
now?
no one's there.
'Cause no
But, I mean,
one's
they've
there.
always done that. Like, honestly, the Suns could probably take a playbook out of the Lakers right now and
Yeah.
like black out the arena so all
Yeah.
you see is because seeing empty seats isn't fun. But anyway, every week on the show, we like to give a shout out to somebody who is kind enough to give us a shout out on iTunes by leaving us a review because it really does help us move up the ranks as far as searchability goes when it comes to podcasts.
I can't see the title of this one.
Just don't say the title. I can't take it off the video.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. It's a 5-star, so we're on a good roll here. And it says, I like the personalities, but non-basketball is too much for non-players/coaches. I will give 5 stars to Zachary's buttery tone and hardcore stance on marijuana. But it's about gosh darn time somebody with a breakout platform not sell out and choose to steadfastly stand by sound principle.
Is that it?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's it.
What? So you're like reading the review, and first off, there's no one named Zachary on the podcast.
I'm assuming he's talking about Kevin's buttery.
But you read that, and you're like, did he mean to leave this for a different podcast?
No, well, no, because Kevin mentioned his stance on marijuana.
Yeah, we had a whole segment of it. We're talking about Al Jefferson. But
Yeah. I'm assuming Zachary is Kevin in this scenario, but remember, like, it was 2 or 3 reviews ago they called me Josh or something like that. So I like this
could've been
trend.
you.
I like this trend. People who don't listen to the podcast are gonna read these reviews and be like, "Who's Zachary? Who's Josh? And who's Joel?" Other than Embiid.
And who just got done talking? That is Justin. I am Tim. Kevin is coming in.
No, I'm Josh.
Josh, let's do news.
Perfect.